You're starting a conversation.
I'm trying to.
Well, it's started. It's happening, and I'm saying yes.
Right.
Look, all right, listen. You have to understand. All right, and I'm thinking out loud here, so please just let me talk. Just let me think it through out loud. Please. All right? And don't jump in if I say something wrong or stupid. Just let me think it, okay? Because I've always wanted, all right, and I'm talking about abstract, I've always wanted, always had a sense or an idea of myself, always defined myself as a person who would, that my purpose in life, that my function on this planet would be to, and not that I ever thought about it like that, it's only now because you're asking, or not asking, but mentioning, starting the conversation, only because of that I'm now even thinking about it. But it's always been sort of a given for me. It's an assumption ever since I was a little girl playing with dolls. I mean, long before I met you. It's never been, I guess, what it should be, which is an expression or an expression of a fucking love, you know? But a coming together of two people. It's always been this, and this is gonna sound stupid and naive, but it's always been an image, I guess, of myself with a bump and glowing, and that motherly, or pushing a stroller, or crib with a mobile above it, or singing to it, or reading a Beatrix Potter, or Dr. Seuss. I don't care. I never cared about it being a boy or a girl, just small and soft and adorable. That milky head smell and tiny socks and giggles and yes, vomit even. It's all part of it. Looking after it, caring for it. I think that's the impulse. And there's always been a father in the picture, but it's sort of been a blurry background generic man. I'm sorry, but it's just this image that I've always had of my life ever since I was able to think, and I've never ever questioned it. Never. And I've pushed it down, and I've focused on my career and on myself, on my studies, and now it's becoming, well, potentially becoming a bit real, and I'm gonna have to think about it for a second, please, or just or much longer. In fact, because well, I'm not an idiot. I'm a very thoughtful person, and I want to do everything for the right reason, or at least a good reason, and I believe in questioning, and never just blindly accepting, and it's going to take a lot of effort to unravel, or to excavate, excavate all of those previously held beliefs and assumptions, because it's important. It's probably the most important thing you can do, to bring another person into the world. Yes, it is a person. It's a living, breathing, thinking, because they won't stay small forever. And I think a lot of people, don't they? I think a lot of people just think about them being small. Just tiny and sweet and unconditional, with their little eyes and their little fingers gripping your thumbs. And I think I thought like that, but because it's too hard. It's like we're not able to fully comprehend the
enormity,
or whatever, which is, I guess, maybe it's a survival mechanism, because an inbuilt thing, because fuck, if you thought about it, no, if you properly thought about it before actually doing it, then you'd never ever actually fucking do it, because it's too fucking
enormous.
It is fucking enormous. Fucking enormous. It's the purpose of life itself. The purpose and the meaning, the meaninglessness, the love and the horror and the hope and the fear and everything and the volume of it all turned right up, and the rest of your life. The rest of someone else's life, committing someone to something forever, ancestry, and the 7,500 generations of human history. And I don't even know that much about my own grandparents, let alone my great-grandparents, and it's them. Really, it's them. These dead people, their genetic stuff. These dead people moving around making choices for this tiny, this little, but that's not the whole thing.
Breathe.